My apologies if I come across as very croaky. I'm recovering from losing my voice, but I wanted to at least try this before the embargo date so that I could potentially get some content edited and uploaded, and initial impressions and opinions that are based on something that isn't the demo for Venture to the Vile. So let's... Interesting, it seems that it will still load my demo save. Let's ignore that. Venture to the Vile is a 2.5D metroidvania. Jane Deere, rise and shine, my love. Come along, Slugabed. It's your big day. I can't wait for you to see. Interesting that L1 is what advances text. Now, I cannot remember anything about this game from the demo, save that it had a kind of moving back and forth between planes mechanic. Oh, no, don't stand on ceremony. Go on, take it. Take what? Perfect. Oh, you look so grown up. Just like your father. Before long, you'll be a strapping lad, just like him. I almost forgot. Ella came by earlier. You were fast asleep, and I'm sure you can catch her up. Now, not long before I get... You don't want to be stuck in the house on your special day. I saw a gathering outside. I'm sure you and Ella will want to see. Make sure to be back before dusk. Cannot go through this door. The frame time graph down in the corner is there for a reason, because my general experience with 2.5D games is quite mixed. So I thought I'd put that on. I'm not entirely sure why GPU temp's on, admittedly, but I thought I'd put that on so that you can have an idea of how it's running. Drat, just missed the window. This squirrel will be sorry for confiscating my slingshot. Anyway, controls-wise, we've got a jump. And that's it. Were you expecting more? We have got quest items, upgrade items, and a journal. I do not recall there being a map in the demo, and I would like to know what the map is like. Hello, little book. So today's your mask day. I mean, young stag now. I remember when I was a little fledgling too. So they've all got kind of animal. Why, hello, dapper little man. You off to see Ella? Tell her to come to class. Yes, go to class. The camera feels a little jerky. I don't know whether that's picking up. Also, the frame rates. It's not great. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not awful. It's above 60, but... Dr. Crow. So we've got this kind of Victorian style thing going on. Today I will bring you a new solution, proudly funded by our benefactor Mr. Muskrat. Battery power. Clean and simple, no need for candles, gas or charcoal. Through revolutionary biochemistry using the most abundant fruit of our town, the lowly apple, we now have a clean and I cannot read that fast. Yes. Help yourself to an apple for your time. Oh, I think he's just going to... Going to loop. Hello, stag. Isn't it a fine day? Fine day. I woke this morning and thought, Tilly, you are a lucky woman. Just to be alive. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me one moment. To be able to see a new day and meet so many kind people. Like you. And you're a lucky fellow too. Thanks, Tilly. He's alive! I thought you'd never get up. Oh well, aren't you looking every bit the noble stag? Such majestic antlers. Don't think that means you're getting out of critter fishing. Dr. Crow won't pay unless we've got a full catch for the day. Let's go. Okay, fade to black. We've got a head start on the bullies. They've been a pest in town. Check on the traps, will you? Left them overnight. Don't want the critters to starve, eh? I know you don't like them, but rats are more scared of you than you are of them. Come on, brave stag, let's have a look. Okay. Here's one. Nope. Baited and empty. Next one's further down. What's the matter? Out of breath again? Huh, nothing. This is terrible critter fishing. Maybe porkies, rotten pies aren't good bait after all. They're not that nice when they're fresh. Up. And so far, everything feels fine. We've got a little bit of air control. Well, that was disappointing. Still, better than digging in the Black Hills, eh? Just a minute. Hold on. Well, come along. We'll get to the den soon. See, I wonder how they're going to do map for this. If indeed they are going to do map for this. Careful, don't want to end up in the drink. Your mother would string me up if I bought your own muddy again. Let's go. Mind where you step. I mean, this is all very kind of tutorializing, isn't it? But it's quite charming. And it's got a little bit of world building going on, which I appreciate. You're alright. I keep forgetting about your lungs. Sorry. Fiddlesticks, the roof's caved in. Tell you what, you catch your breath here, fix the roof. I'll do the traps. I'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I assume she's supposed to be a lamb. Uh-oh. Well. What are we here? The little buck has some nice new horns. Shame about the lungs. Get it? Because they're feeble? His lungs? What are you doing out here anyway? Nice of you to patch up a new den. Jolly builders if you ask me. My father could buy me one twice the size but with a proper roof. Now sling your hook. You're making the place look untidy. What's that? Oh, you want to have a go? Don't make me laugh, your little goat isn't here to protect you. Tell you what, I'll let you throw the first punch. Go on, I dare you. Oh dear, our antlers are broken off. You see that, Eric? Exactly. Little boy tried to hit me. We should teach him a lesson. I reckon we should bash this place up. What, Eric? You hang on to him. I want him to have a good view when I wreck it. Ow! What was it? That hurt. You wait till my father hears about this. He'll send his boys over to give you what for. You're actually going to do something or just cry to your daddy? Eric, let's go home. You're for it now. Run along, little boys. Yeah, typical bullies. I'll call them clowns, but they aren't even funny. And I like clowns. Oof. He really got you this time, didn't he? You did alright though, Antler Boy. I bet if you hadn't been ambushed, it would have been a different story. Hold on. Sit with me. You look a bit wobbly. Stay here for a while. I want to make sure your antler's the only thing they broke. Oh, she's a really nice friend. Time passes, as time always does. Some grew a few feet higher. Others 6 feet lower. Friendships too grew deeper over time. But something else grows in the wild woods. Right, let's check the traps. I've seen those funny things growing too. And the sounds. I do not want to know what's making those sounds, so let's be quick. Oh. We got a little bit of ability to move then before we were actually able to move. So we are now grown. It's ruined and it smells foul. Go check the others quickly. I'll meet you further in. It's empty. The bait is gone. The trap is baited and empty. Seems to be a lot of that going on. The trap is ruined. It smells foul. Something tore it apart. The trap is in pieces. Strange fur lies around. That one doesn't have an interact prompt for some reason. Don't know why that is. Yeah, what's all the ickiness? Nothing at all. One last one to check. Doesn't feel very safe. Let's be quick about it. Another one. Busted. Ooh. That came from back there. It's getting dark. The traps are wrecked. Let's go home. I'd rather not find out what can do that to a trap. We can use the old bridge over the river. That was a bit rickety. But if it helped me, it'll hold you. You can do it, brave stag. Just don't look down. We're gonna fall. Meow. Oof. We've handily landed, slumped against this wall. This is nicely lit, isn't it? A camp. It hasn't been used in a while. Fragments of a broken mask lay. Lay lonely. Bones of small creatures lay strewn about. Huh. He looked like he unloaded before he left the screen there. His movements are tied into the music, aren't they? Yeah, they are. We're being hunted. Huh. Oh, I think he hurt us, but then let go? Yeah, because he could have easily dragged us back then. It's quite an intriguing setup. Hunted by a mysterious thing that has, for some reason, let us go. I don't need to go around this. I can go through them. Oh. Oh dear. Oh no. Broken antler completed. The prologue. He wakes. Yes, yes, yes. You look a little worse for wear. Here, take this. It's a little tonic that I think will work wonders for a man of your stature. Go on, take a drink. Okay, we've got UI now. There, worked a treat. I knew it would. Well, either that, it would have killed us stone dead. But no harm, no foul, lad. How are we feeling then? Quite a bit better than we ought, huh? You're a very special case indeed. No one has ever returned from the vial. Your friend, Ella? Sadly, my young rat catcher was never found. Oh no! It's been a month. Did you know that? Yes, very sad indeed. So sad. I'm afraid we shan't see her again. The violence into that. Oh! Crivens! Fascinating. Note to self, need to take more samples when subject is resting. Joy! Go on, hit the dummy with that disquisitive arm of yours. Okay. So we have acquired the ability to... Dory breathes heavily through his mouth. He doesn't seem to blink. A sinister-looking device bubbling with foul-smelling chemicals. 36 days... Oop. Since outbreak. After the jailbreak, Constable Beagle's condition is in steady decline. His left lung has an infection. Without the correct medicine, he will decline over the next week. It sounds like everything's gone to shit. Very curious. You seem on the mend and could help remedy a certain incident. I'm in dire need of medical supplies, you see. Be a good chap and see if you can fetch it from the hospital. It's out east. Miss Scample is restless to meet your cadaver, but do try to return, old boy. A scout with your resilience is what our town needs. Examination 01. The subject has been unconscious for a few days. He's been missing for over a month. He shows contamination of the vial. However, it is unlike any other form we have seen. Oh, we're getting some loading stutter. I want to leave the manor. All kind of books and tomes lay strewn about, judging by the dust. The unpacking happened a while ago. I'm very conscious, folks, of the fact that I sound off. I'm really sorry if that is distracting or or not of the quality that you would expect. Well, well, thought you were pushing up the daisies. Goes to show you never know what the cat might drag in, so they say. Don't mind me, I'm just watching it all play out. I see a lot of things from back here. Not much use for a postman with no post. I used to be in the thick of it all, messages here and there. Old habits are hard to give up. So, off to the hospital, yeah? And that heard out east was nothing but vile. Oh, heard out east was nothing but vile. Safe for chat sometime. Don't want to be a gossip, but it passes the time. I might bring back a story or three. Okay, so we've got an urgent task to fulfill for you, and we need to find Ella. I am very much noting the lack of a map. Now, the lack of a map in a metroidvania leads to one of two things. Either me getting lost a lot, or very simplistic level design. In the southeast of the what? I think that should say in the southeast of the town, full stop, I hope you return. Oh, a newt. Taking Mr. Leaky for a stroll. Let's teach a squirrel again. So we're picking up quests. Strange, unnatural sounds are coming from the old abandoned house. This tree in the foreground is two-dimensional. Totem crown. Closed until I damn well say otherwise. Oh. Well, we're not going that way, are we? Okay, we get a little bit of effect. We are definitely getting some loading stutter. A long list of people who have vanished into the vial. That's a nice little vista, isn't it? Yep, that's definitely closed until further notice. Yes, the thing that struck me as quite odd when I played the demo of this was the obvious gimmick. You know, the multiple planes that you can move left and right on. Obviously, this isn't the first game that did this. One of the older Shantae games did it. Was it Shantae 2? I can't remember. Okay. The thing that I don't get is why, if you are already building your game essentially in 3D, why would you just not make it a 3D game? You know, the gimmick has to serve a purpose. And that purpose should be more than, well, nobody else has done it, or it hasn't been done for a while, so we're going to do it. Save camp? Save camp. The doc said someone had come this way. I was expecting someone a bit more strapping. But Any port in a storm, eh? Couldn't recommend going out there, but rather you than me. Hang on. While you're out and about, can you check in on my Kevin? He's mostly friendly. As long as you don't touch him, I'll make eye contact. He's at my house over at number 37 down the lanes. No dally. People don't tend to last long out there. There's a definite sense that this town is in a state of disrepair. Randy School should have a capital S. Because it's a proper noun. Combat is fairly straightforward so far. Gracious Anne's infirmary. Go back, monsters. Okay, if we do wish to hit the bird, I wasn't sure. It's quite difficult to tell, actually, what we are and are not going to be able to stand upon. The vile mushroom. I'm quite, don't get me wrong, I like this moving back and forth mechanic. I think it's actually nicely done. But the question is, what is it bringing to the table? I'm actually going to hazard a guess. But there might not be a map in this game. And again, I'm very conscious of sounding off. I catch myself speaking and I realise that I sound croaky or quiet or whatever, and there's not a lot I can do about it, unfortunately. I'm very sorry. Can't get up there. Yes, I suspect there probably isn't a map just because of how this game seems to be put together. Agnes Hen, I'm gracious, a visitor. I'll have to fire that, butler. I had no idea you were visiting. Aren't you a strapping young fellow? Oh, my manners. Magnus, enchanté. A pleasure. Welcome to Oak Towers, my humble abode. Suitor? Okay, so we need an appropriate outfit for her. I've been through there, haven't I? Ooh, we have a backstep on R1 and I hadn't realised. Okay. not going to heal. Anchor. Okay, so we can't go further down that way. Oh, there is some action queuing on that back step. The jump is actually quite floaty when you're falling a distance. We'll have to see whether that creates issues. Oh, that's quite a generous. I'm intrigued by these spore-like things that are floating in the air. The door to number 26 is locked. Yes, I appreciate I've been in here before. Worry not. I have not forgotten. My sense of direction is, as always, not very good. It's not that not very good. Well. Here's Agnes. I wish to leap off to the left here. Well, that has given us... I'm assuming this is currency for something. Ow. Ah. I was kind of expecting a more dynamic, I suppose, braking. Yes, the fact that there are multiple levels. Oh, it's the hospital that we wanted to go to, isn't it? The fact that it's just called the infirmary here. That actually confused me. Jess, I don't think we're going to get a map. Ooh. That feels like it lacks a little bit of sound effects. Okay, parry timing is very generous. It feels like it lacks a sense of impact on the parry. But there we go, we do have a counter for this stuff, I just hadn't seen it. I think a bit more work could really do with being done on making that parry feel a little bit more took on a bit of work. I'm cleaning. Got myself up here. I can get myself down again. Maybe. You know what? Up a chimney is still better than boring Mrs. Squirrel's class. Okay. Oh, okay. Why did I just flash green then? The end is nigh. Yeah, I think those enemies just charge at you. Well, charge isn't the right word. Reeking pelts. Yes, I'm assuming all of these are like crafting components that we can turn into upgrades or something. Right, the infirmary is up that way. That's number 37. Are we getting into number 37 via the house next door? Because we're after... It's Kevin, wasn't it? Yeah, these enemies are just basic. Move one way, then move the other. Okay. And I can't say that this is a puzzle element particularly, but it has elements thereof. Wins so far. It's all quite competently done. You picked up Kevin's collar. Oh dear. That goes into our... A strange shaped collar with a hidden key attached. Property with a T. Oh, that's nice shadow work. Ew, squishy. Okay, so we're not going out that way. Yeah, so far, performance is mostly okay, with some occasional framing issues when it's loading a new area, I think, in the background. The storytelling actually isn't... It's not amazing, but it's got enough to keep me interested in terms of, well, I'd like to find out what else is going to happen. It appears to be night bloom. Okay. Yes, it looks like this is going to be a metroidvania that is more inward out than... Oh, those are spikes. Yeah, it's going to be more in/out than it's going to be up, down, left, right. Some would argue that makes more sense than the way some metroidvanias are actually laid out. I kind of agree. Right, I think this is the bit that we played for the demo, isn't it? Ooh. Big frame spike there. Ooh, and another one. I see a big key glowing on the back wall. Yeah, the world that is being... Ooh, that sounded very croaky, didn't it? The world that they are creating here is interesting. A variety of different sound effects for the stuff that you hit. Always appreciate that. Also locked. Boiler instructions. In case of boiler blockage, hit the main restart switch and operate the release switches before the safety timer expires. It's annoying, I know, but after Jack Turtle nearly blew the roof off by himself, we need to idiot-proof it. Just going to put into all of these. I didn't know whether it was gonna shoot or not. Okay, why is there suddenly a load of other stuff here? Is it changed because we died, or... Right, let's read this again. Was that the main restart even switch, or what? Huh. There's a surprising amount of atmosphere involved here, isn't there? Okay, so none of those are operable. See, I thought I was under a pretty strict time restraints. But maybe... I mean, I'd assume we'd get plenty of time. Was that it? Guess that was it. Don't know what that's done for us. I mean, we restarted the boiler, so... Oh, if that will have started the power. Or not. Huh. But unless I didn't do that in time. Oh, hold on, there's another floor here. I wonder if that is going to be an issue. Not being able to see platforms and stuff. That's a cool effect. Ooh. Orderly's notes. It's been a week since things went a tad wrong. The cases keep on coming in. Patients seem to be sprouting or blooming. I don't think there's a word for it. One of the lads, Mr. Hare, has grown so huge we can barely restrain him. Nearly took off my jaw the last time someone dropped a kidney tray on the floor. 2 weeks now. We're overrun. Something is growing downstairs. Planted some foul seeds, I say. It's gone to the dogs. I looked up and shut it all down proper tight. That'll buy time for an escape. I smashed the batteries. No one's coming in or out of here. I left the ward all juiced up. Mid power for the music. Makes the subjects more docile. Don't want to repeat of Mr. Hare. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm liking the plot, such as it is. These enemies are all on the background layer. For now. Maybe it's just because they're docile. Okay. That's a save point, which is going to turn off the music, I assume. So now we have to get through. Yeah, that could do with a bit more impact. It's nice and easy. Oops. Yeah, parry timing is, for these at least, very generous. Frame rate, again, is... It's weird. Sometimes it's just locked to 120. Oh. What the... Is this Miss Dr. Hare? Okay. Going up. Mr. Hare is probably going to give us a metroidvania ability. Yeah, so if you parry them, you get a lot more damage. Oops, that was too early. The counter gives you quite a lot of extra damage, I feel. Yes, I figured this out, I suppose. Okay, enemies. Enemies respawn. Camping. Surgeon's notes. A patient admitted with a strange plant-like growths has become quite a specimen. He has grown too large for the ward orderlies to manage. A fascinating subject. He had been admitted to the asylum, as loud noises and visual stimulation causes violent tendencies. 19 days after admission, he is now beyond control. We have locked him away in one of the padded rooms. We can barely manage the ward, let alone the trouble he causes. He is solitary in his cell. That way no lights or sounds can cause any more violent outbursts. Yeah, see, these little story bits actually feel like they're worth exploring for. Because the story is, it reminds me very kind of loosely of American McGee's Alice. The fact that it's teaching us the backstep here implies that we are going to need it. Okay, he's got a ground smash. Ooh. Oh, okay. So heal usage, it locks you in place and takes a little bit of time. I believe he has a move that you can parry. I tried it. I failed, but I tried it. Let's try this again. His spines. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that was less dynamic than I think I was hoping for. But, ooh, our legs have been infected. Double jump acquired. I think. Pretty certain. So we have the ability to absorb the vial and turn it into metroidvania abilities, essentially. Unnatural velocity. A comforting but terrifying feeling courses through the body. Press X while in midair to do a second jump. New metamorphoses. Okay. That feels fine. Can't get out that way. Yeah, what we've got here is fine. It's just a little bit stiff. You picked up a box of medicine supplies. Okay, let's save our game, because we've now got to double jump, so we can now... Because of how flashy our hitting the thing animation is, it actually makes it quite difficult to see when an enemy is going to do a parryable attack. And I suspect that is by design. I don't necessarily know whether I think it's a good design, but I suspect it is by design. Well, I'm assuming that that is that dungeon, I suppose I could call it, sorted. See, we can now get back out. Hello? It must be around here somewhere. Oh, you gave me a fight. Don't you know it's rude to address your betters? Look, just leave me alone. I haven't the time to converse with my lessers. If you say so, mate. That's turned into something that we can now open because it is night, I'm assuming. Oh, so every time we die, time of day changes. Is that what we're getting at? So, when I noted that after I died and I went back through that section from the camp into the infirmary that the enemies were different, is that because... Is that because it's now night? It looks very cool though. The fact that you can actually see the enemies that are on the different layers is very nice. We picked up a horseshoe. Yes, I I don't think this game is going to have a map. And obviously as somebody who likes maps, I think that is a shame. But also, I mean, I can see how they do it. But I don't know how readable it'd be. Hang on, you got the medicine. You actually did it. I guess the awful beagle has a chance after all. That complicates plans a bit. Oh? What plans are those, Constable Vole? What are your plans? Yes. Can that you... A shoe, pony? I need the luck. She wants the horseshoe. Horses. Their feet are happy. Can I have those? The feet. Okay. So she wants horseshoes. Like you do. Okay, that wasn't very useful in terms of... Yeah, in terms of respawning, that wasn't massively helpful. Let's go to Crow Manor, because I think that's where we need to go. Hello, Doctor. Privens, you returned. I mean, welcome back. Boy, forget about that thing I asked earlier. And you have the medicine. Fantastic. Yes, things are shaping up quite splendid. I see you brought back more than just what was asked, yes? Take a seat over at my table. Oh. No, I don't think he's dead like the others. Besides, I only turned the traps on during the day. Quite a great need, but I'm sure he's fine. If you are indeed alive, knees aside. That doesn't need the apostrophe in knee. Seagull, I told you he was fine. So, now I want you to do something. You're radiating so much vile, hardly good for the belly, so breathe and think of your legs and the pits. Oh, press X to select mutated viscera. Okay, so this is an upgrade to our double jump. Wall creeper. Biomagnetism. Thorns. Stronger recovery. Faster. Oh, we can get that. We'll have that as well. So increased precision in attacks allows for a larger yield of crude materials, so we can get more materials from hitting stuff. And we can just keep on upgrading that. Okay. Okay, so this is our our wall jumping tutorial. Many times I considered something vile as the fitter emblem of my condition. Often like him, when I viewed the bliss of my protectors, the bitter gall of envy rose within me. Okay. Wall jump feels fine. Day 1. I think that I did something wrong. The doctor was displeased. Day? I don't think he needed me to clean down here. He's taking his time. Maybe his knee is graze after all. When it says that he only turns the traps on during the day, I wonder if we hadn't died up to this point and turned it to night, would this actually be harder? Look at his splits. Here he is. Made it through as I knew you would. I wouldn't have hurt you, you see. Far too valuable. Yes, yes. If you made it. There, no need for hostilities there, old boy. No harm done and a valuable lesson learned. See? No grazed knees. Now all this has been taken care of, let's take a good look at you. Let me see what you've brought. Grivens! You appear to have found a specimen of pure vile. The more you bring, the more I can understand. And this works well for you, little dear. I can give you more fortitude. Now, go on ahead and place the specimen into the apparatus. Yes? Yes. Feeling hearty? Upgrade. Max health. Okay. Interesting that they decided not to animate us going into that and coming out. There. Wasn't too bad at all. Hardly any leakage, and it only took a few hours. But you can stand the pain, can't you? The only way out is through. Be sure to return with more of these valuable research specimens. Pure Vile will help us both, you see. You get stronger with my hypothesis. Lieutenant Beagle? Yes, the medicine works a treat. He healed faster than you did. You'll find him in the police station. Head up north from the town fountain. Okay. So we now have double jump, and we have a wall climb, and that section was not the section from the demo, although I thought it was. Maybe it was part of it, I don't know. Sitting back lets you observe all kinds of things. Case in point, look at young Wilbur. He's been in the gardens all day and night writing something. Probably pining over that girl down the harbour is my guess. So he's going to give us hints as to something to do, quest availability, something along those lines.
The lost and nothing of a lie. The lost and nothing I lie.
Okay, so we need to go and talk to the constable, and we can't actually go further out into town until we have done so. I can't remember where it said he was. Oh, probably here at the police station would be my guess. The evidence locker is almost empty. Instant log 74, Sweeney is at it again. This time he was caught trying to rob his cousin's pub. The mooncalf thought he wouldn't be recognised if he wore new shoes. Instant log 76, several break-ins have been reported. I'll arrest Sally again tomorrow. Instant log 81, Greg was caught running down the lanes with women's fineries. He said he was airing them for the residents. Okay. The sense of humour is quite entertaining. Ah, just the fellow I've been meaning to see. Dr. Crow told me about your heroic adventure on my behalf. I thought that this old pup had learnt all his lessons. Turns out, apparently not. Scoundrels. Scoundrels! Rotten scoundrels. Coward punching a man when he was delivering their jail luncheon. What really irks me is that the rotters even stole my truncheon. But that for 23 years. If my hands were full with a tray of cucumber sandwiches, I would have laid the rotters out. But you have my gratitude, old boy. Feel free to look at the posters and see if you can get the dirty rotten scoundrels on your travels. Now, down to important business. Over here, old boy. Before I was hoodwinked, we had a series of rather concerning reports. Down by Sea Salter Harbour, all the ships vanished on leaving port. There's something troubling under the salty brine. Meanwhile, over at the Weeping Willow Cemetery, all the grave tenders vanished and the tombs have been overrun. There have been reports of ghastly noises coming from the mausoleum, but it's all blocked up with that nasty vial. Finally, the Black Hills have become very dangerous. Well, more than it was. Very unfortunate business indeed. I have to say in good conscience, I wouldn't tread in any of those places. Especially not without my truncheon. But Dr. Crow expressed the urgency. We'll open up some of the fortifications for you. Ah, here comes Constable Vole. Don't see much of him these days. At the contents of the evidence locker. Or you're helping a man's back against the wall. Isn't that right, Vole? Yeah, what's going on? Didn't catch that. No, you aren't very good at catching things. Or suspects. Now make yourself a use for once. Go give the Skunk a map of the town. And Vole, one task. Latest. One last task for today. Head down the fortifications to Stanley Road. You gotta be kidding me. Took me a week to get them up. You want them down? Letting one down is your speciality. Still here. Get out and keep an eye out for my truncheon. Ugh, when I find that rotten old stick, I know exactly where to stick it. Who do you think he is? Better than yours truly. What's a copper without a truncheon anyway? Nearly out. Then this bloody vial walls in. Patience, Vol. Patience. The man is a coward and a scoundrel. I would put him in one of those cells if only I could pin something on him. He's greasier and more dishonest than one of Porky's pies. The path is open to the west of town. All the best out there. You'll need it. Completed Act 1. Okay, so... So we don't have a map per se because of the nature of the world. But we do have this, which is going to give us it gives us our completion. So not as good as realistically you might want, but it works considering. Greg Sloth, wanted for laundry theft and shenanigans. I love me a shenanigan. Soggy pages. Tonight we talked about getting out of here. Sweeney said to make a will, just in case. Sweeney says I leave all my things to him. Greg. P.S. Time to find a place to hide out. Did well for the smugglers. Will do right for me. Sweeney Toad. Wanted for violence, grave robbing, skullduggery and stealing a truncheon. Sally Shrew. Wanted for breaking and impersonating betters. So I'm assuming that evidence locker is something that we might be able to end up filling up once we've got things found or so on and so forth. Well, I think that is going to do it for my first impressions. I suppose I should actually sum up my first impressions, shouldn't I? The game seems to have quite a lot going for it. The combat is right now a little bit basic, but the world itself is quite interesting, and the storyline that they have got going in here is interesting enough to want me to keep on playing. I'm not a fan of the map. I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, this is perfectly serviceable for what it is trying to do. I just find it's a little bit lackluster in comparison to, you know, a proper metroidvania map. I'm hoping, can I put the mouse cursor up? I cannot. I'm hoping that the different roads, you see on this section here, we've got kind of 3 horizontal lanes. I mean, I don't think that's how it was set out in the game, but maybe there's 3 layers there, I don't know. 42 things in the cemetery. And the sewers. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot going on. Oi, Savaloy, come on in. Okay, so he will cut up bits for us into currency, essentially. Yes, I'm oddly intrigued as to where they're gonna go with this and what we're heading towards in terms of, you know, plot, etc., etc. 2 berries and interesting that there's nobody here. Alright, Dave. What it was you? Okay. A bed? It smells like freshly cut grass. Berries. Yes, the actual writing and storytelling is quite good. I just wish I had got a little bit more of a voice to, because I'm trying not to strain it, so I'm talking quite quietly, and I know that is going to probably sound a bit interesting when it comes to, you know, actually listening to the recording back. But yeah, I think we're going to leave it there. So far, quite interesting, quite simplistic. I think the gimmick of having the kind of multiple layers it's okay. It's not new, but it's done well, or it's done, I don't know whether well is the right word. The fact that you can see things quite clearly forward and back because the world's been made in 3D, I think is of great benefit to that as a system. The fact that there's no individual kind of area maps does sadden me, because, you know, I like maps, but it is what it is. The actual gameplay itself is all right. It's all right. You know, performance has been okay, not amazing, but okay. Obviously, I'm playing it at 4K. Those are the stats in case anybody was interested. So we've got ultra quality, full res, TAA on, shadow resolution ultra, and it's a decent looking game. You know, it's a decent looking game with a few performance hiccups in places. how well that, how well it will continue playing as we go on, I don't know. Let me know down below. Have you tried Venture to the Vile for yourself? What did you think of it? Is this kind of early look video worth me doing? Is it something people are, I mean, I don't think I can release this until a certain embargo. Anyway, I should probably check that. Really, shouldn't I? In fact, I best go do that now. Thank you very much for watching. Apologies once again for the croaky voice. I can feel it getting worse. I've been trying to rest for the last couple of days. I thought, oh, well, I've got this coming up. I'll try and get something done, and maybe I'll be okay for producing other content. I'm not. I'm going to go and rest my voice some more now. Venture to the Vile. So far, so good. Let me know. Have you tried it for yourself? What do you think of it? Down below. If it's not out yet because of the embargo, do you think you'll be picking it up based on this? How would you do a map for this? It's an interesting one, isn't it? Very interesting indeed. There have been a few games that have had multiple layers. Cathedral, Shantae 2. It'd be tricky. Have yourselves a great day, folks. Stay safe. Stay fabulous. Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.